Hi darlings, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Isabel Umahi, and if you're new here, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Do give this video a hit thumbs up and leave a comment down below. So today I have a very special model today. This is my good friend Sweet Tamara. She's also a makeup artist like myself, and today we decided to collabo and let me do her makeup. She's very picky with who does her makeup, this girl right here, but you know, today she sat down and felt very comfortable allowing me beat her face. Very comfortable. In fact, so comfortable she slept so much through this session, you guys. So we started by spraying Mario Badescu spray on her face just to hydrate the face, and then I went over with this Kosar X snail munching or snail munching how do you pronounce that. It's a hydrator. It's from Kosar X, and I applied that all over her face that was still hydrated. I did not want the face to get dry first before going in with it, so that you know it just keeps the hydration. Right now I'm using my Neutrogena moisturizer. This is a very hydrating moisturizer, so I love it, and I'm just going all over her face with this moisturizer, and I am working in this moisturizer. And after applying this moisturizer, I would actually give a face massage. I always love to do a little bit of a massage on her face or on my client or model's face, just to help all the products penetrate better, help your blood flow better, just to help the face get ready for the makeup process. So you guys just enjoy this and just feel like I'm massaging your face. Also, it's really nice and kind of therapeutic. I love it, and my clients always love it. Right now I'm going in with this primer. This is from MS Metic. It's the mattifying primer from that brand, MS Metic, and I actually do love this primer. It's mattifying but not overly mattifying, so it doesn't get too dry. So I just apply a little bit on her T-zones or the parts I feel like she would get oily on. I don't like to dry out the whole skin when doing my makeup. I do not like that at all. So I just apply mattifying primer where I feel you need it, and I let the rest of the skin breathe. I went in with these three foundations. This is Mocha and Deep from NYX Born to Glow, and from Huda Beauty the Nutmeg. I had to mix these three shades. First of all, as you can see, her face is like 2 to 3 shades darker than her body. First of all, one of them was the shade for her body and the other one was the shade of her face, and I could not use the shade of her face because it was way too dark. So I had to do a lot of mixture to get a middle ground. I did not also want to match her face to her body because it's way too light. I do not like to make people that are dark look fair. I just feel like it just takes the beauty away. So I just do not like this. I just had to look for a middle ground and make sure I was actually matching the right tone. I was not making her reddish. I was not making her too warm. Her undertone for her body is actually warm, goldy, and also her face, so she doesn't have that reddish undertone. So I had to match the undertone and not the shade. So I just found a middle ground, not too light, not too dark, and yeah, I just blended it all over, and I feel like it looks great. I was satisfied with this particular blend. I was actually satisfied. Right now I'm contouring, and I'm going over with my black opastic foundation Ebony Brown, and I'm just using that for her contour. I'll be applying that to the sides of her face, her jawline, her forehead. I'll just be applying that everywhere I feel like contouring, and also her nose. So another reason why I love to contour, because especially for people with hyperpigmentation, because when your face and your body is not matching, that means it's kind of a little bit of a hyperpigmentation issue. is because now this contour shade is actually her color. This is the shade of her face. So right now I'm bringing back all those colors of her actual tone back to her face, so it's not going to look ashy or too bright. So yeah, that's the trick when doing color matching for people with hyperpigmentation, or people that have a darker face and a lighter body, or a lighter face and a darker body. You have to find a middle ground. Right now I'm going over with concealer, and I mixed 2 concealer. I used the elf in neutral tan and the Kevin Aucoin concealer in X12, and I mixed those 2 shades together, and I am actually applying it on her face. The darker one, that's the elf, I actually applied it in the sides of her eyes. You can see that's where the darker concealer is, the outer corners, and the inner corner I applied the lighter blend I mixed. So I wasn't going for concealer that is so bright. I just wanted it to, you know, kind of give me a middle blend. Right now the concealer is going to actually match her body tone also, so it's going to be perfect, because now the contour is going to match her actual tone and the concealer is going to match her body tone, so everything is going to come out beautifully. I'm going in with the cream blush, or the liquid blush. This is from TM Essential in Not Sorry. It's an orangey blush, and I'm just going to be applying it on her cheekbones and blending it. Can you guys see that she's dozing off? And whenever I touch her face, she just dozes off. Whenever I leave it, she kind of wakes up a bit. I don't know how my hand is making her sleep so much more. But I get it. She's tired. She's a new mom. It's not easy with baby crying at night and having sleepless nights. It's a lot. So you can see I'm literally letting her sleep through the session. I'm not even this time like, you know what, girl, when I need you to open your eyes, I'm gonna let you know, just sleep. But we struggled, but you know, I got this. So right now I'm going over and I'm just blending the concealer I applied. Blend, and I'm using the white Glam cosmetic beauty blender to blend. As I can say, it's actually coming out pretty well. You can see the blend of the concealer and the contour I was talking about. Now the middle of her face is quite matching her chest, and the sides are matching her actual tone, so it's giving a really nice blend. I used the Kiss Beauty aloe vera spray. Yeah, it's kind of like a little bit of a hydrating spray, and I just sprayed it all over her face just to make sure that it just seals all the foundation and concealer I applied and give it more of a skin-like finish. It also helps to give a skin-like finish when you spray after doing your foundation and your concealer. Right now I'm going all over and I am blending again before I go ahead and apply my setting powder. For setting powder, I use the Derma Blend setting powder. It's kind of like a caramel tone setting powder, but it has a yellow undertone. I absolutely love it for dark skin people. It has a lot of coverage, but not so much. It's just so finely nailed, and it really is such a beautiful setting powder. And I'm just using it to set her face. Everywhere I applied the concealer, I'm just setting. And her nose, her forehead, everywhere I will be setting with this. So after setting, I will be going over with her shade of powder, and I'm using this powder. This is the Inglot powder. It's a loose powder in number 18. This is a chocolatey, beautiful, finely milled powder. You guys, I have had this powder for a minute now, but I always forget that I have the best dark shade powder, and I don't know why I always forget. Like, this is literally one of my favorite powder for dark skin people. Like, it just gives, you know why sometimes some dark skin powder gives that whitish ashy effect. This just gives that exact chocolatey tone. It is so beautiful, you guys. It is so beautiful, I promise. I absolutely love it. This powder, so good. Going over with the Fenty Beauty bronzer in Moisture Mami. I am using this to bronze all over her cheekbones where I applied the contour shade. I will be using this bronzer to just bronze up her forehead, the sides of her face. Going over with that second shade from my Morph face palette, I'll be using that as to set her nose contour. Yeah, I'm using that to set her nose contour and blend it properly. And after setting that, I will also be using the first blush from that palette for her cheekbone. I will be using that as the blush, and just apply it all over her cheekbone. See, the face is coming together. You can't tell whether it's not looking dark and it's not looking fair, it's not looking so bright. It's just the perfect amount of melanin. Yeah, it's giving me, because she is actually melanin, but she has hyperpigmentation, so I really need her to maintain that melanin. You guys, what is happening here? I literally filmed this brow, wanted to show you all how I did it, but if you see the kind of struggle we struggled to do this brow, oh my goodness, she kept on dozing off. She kept on dozing off. She kept on, like, I literally had to show you guys a little clip of her dozing off. She kept on nodding her head, nodding, like it was literally a fight. At the point I was like, there's no need to film this brow, because there's just no need. Because you won't see anything. It's just it's just literally both of us fighting, with her going down and me taking her up, and her going down and me bringing her up, and like that's just the two movements you see. So I just like, you know what, let's just move on to the eyes. Now going in with my eyeshadow base. This is the Ben 9 Clown White, and this is the base I will be using for eyeshadow. I applied that and I blended it. Right now I just want to apply a little bit of setting powder on her nose, so I did that, and I went over with the setting powder and I started baking under her eyes, the side of her lip. This baking process will help to catch any fallout for the eyeshadow. You guys, it was whoa. This girl was sleeping. Right now I'm using that shade from my Morph palette, and I'll be using that as a transition shade, just blending that all over her crease. Yes, look at sleep. Oh my god, the struggle. You guys, you don't even know the half of it. The struggle that day, I was like, oh no. So I went over with that shade of brown and I just applied it to the end of her eyelid and the beginning part, and also the middle, just like to form like a halo effect. So, but I did not apply that to the middle part of her eyelid, just the beginning and the end. And I kind of just smoked it all and just blended it. So yeah, took my time blending and dealing with Sleepy Mama. Yeah, I'm gonna call her Sleepy Mama for the rest of this session, because yeah, Sleepy Mama. I used a little bit of that shade under her eyes and I blended it out. After blending, I went over with a black color and I just applied a little bit on the side or the corner of her eyelid, just to form like a darker effect on that part, to give a little bit of a contour. Using this bronze shade from my Blossom palette, this is the African Pride palette. I just applied that shade in the middle of her lid and I just blended it a little bit upward. After applying this to her lid, I went over with another brush and I just blended it with the brown shade so that there is not much of a demarcation like from the brown and the bronzy reddish looking eyeshadow color. I did not want there to be much of a demarcation, so I blended it. You can see now it's looking properly blended. Right now what I'm applying is the NYX glitter primer and I'm just applying it to the middle of the lid because I'll be applying a pigment, and the pigment I'm applying is from Glam Cosmetics and is the shade Buzz. It's kind of like a reddish bronzish color, so I just wanted to intensify that bronze shade. That's why I applied it in the middle. And then I'm applying a little bit of this shade. This is Covert from Luster's Cosmetics, just a little bit because I did not want it to be do I say too red, or I just wanted that shade to just pop the eyes a little bit, just a little. Right now I'm going over with my Marbrook pencil and I'm using it to line her waterline, and after doing that I will be lining with my NYX eyeliner. This is the NYX Epic liner. It's a liquid liner and that's what I'm using to line her eyes. This lashes is from Wink Lashes. Right now I'm just dusting off every fallout from the pigment and the eyeshadow I applied. I'm just dusting off all the fallout. Going over with this blush. This blush is from Beauty Creation. Absolutely love this blush for dark skin beauties. It's in the shade, oh, is this the shade Caress Me? Ooh, is it that? Yeah, this is the shade Caress Me. Yes, it's a plum shade, so beautiful. So this is the shade Caress Me and I applied it on the cheekbone and absolutely beautiful. Right now I'm just blending out the entire face with her powder shade. Going over with this Kiss Beauty setting spray. There's a pink one. I just applied it all over her face and to just let that whole makeup sink in and set in properly. Right now I'm lining her lips with this classic lip pencil. It's a brown lip pencil and I'm just using it to line her lips. So for her lips I did not want to do something too dramatic. I wanted it to keep it exactly looking like her actual lip color. Her lip color, the middle is pinkish and the outer corner is brown, so that's exactly what I wanted to do. Line with brown and in the inner corner do something pinkish. Right now I'm using this TM Essential highlighter in the shade Bomb. So it's like a bronzish highlighter and it's a liquid one, so I'm just applying a little bit on the side of her cheek and I'm very light-handed. That's why I'm applying it very featherly so that it's not a lot, because it can be a lot if you're not careful. Going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter, I used a little bit of that on her nose. I'm using this shade from Dose of Color in Truffle. I used that shade on the middle of her lip. You can see it actually matches her lip, actual lip tone. And I just blended it all over and I used clear gloss from Classic all over her lips and a little bit of L'Oreal pink gloss in the middle corner of her lip. And I'm just going to be blending everything together. You guys, I absolutely love this look, even if we had to deal with her sleeping, but you know, it was so much fun creating this look. I applied a little bit of a pigment, silver pigment in the inner corner of her eyes. And yes guys, this is the final look. I hope you love this look as much as I do. If you do, please do not forget to drop a comment down below and give this video a thumbs up. Also do subscribe. Love you guys till my next video. Bye bye.